Hello and welcome back. Throughout the season, I've lost basically every comp that I've entered, so I'm doing the only logical thing. Give the car more horsepower because, you know, power solves everything. More power, baby.
Speed and power, that's the solution.
Okay, so we're gonna go over parts list that I chose for this iteration of this car, because this is not a final one. This is more of a proof of concept stage of this, because we'll update that later. But meanwhile, I just wanted to highlight certain parts that I chose to keep this car reliable and keep this car budget friendly, if you can call this budget friendly, really. I mean, S54 is not really budget friendly, but I'm doing it. First of all, it's a SPA cast manifold. It's divided, it's T4 housing, and then it's just normal cast bottom mount. I chose this turbo. It's a G35 900 Pulsar turbo. It's like a Garrett, but not. So the reason why I put everything on my spare engine is so I can put all these lines, I can make them before I can I actually put it inside the car, because this car still has an engine. It's a working engine. So I'm keeping the engine together the way that it is. I'm just cleaning it up and putting all the parts that I've made here straight in there, and it should work, I'm hoping. So, and not hoping, it should definitely work. So as far as the motor itself goes, it's going to be a stock, for the version 1 at least, it's going to be a stock 3.2 liter S54. Mine has Vanas and all this stuff that you need to do to an S54 done, and I do it every season almost, because of the amount of hours I drive on it. So I chose this intake manifold. It's kind of baller, and I'm keeping the individual throttle bodies the way that they are. And then we're gonna go into the other parts list. So this is the turbo that we'll be using. It is a G35 900. It is a sort of a replica turbo, but it will definitely do the job. So, all right, so to regulate the turbo pressure, we'll be using this 50 millimeter Turbo Smart wastegate. It is a huge wastegate. Like, this is great. It's gonna be cool. Okay, so for the drivetrain, we'll be using these two adapters for adapting BMW diff side and BMW trans side to a single piece drive shaft. And it comes with this hardware piece. So you have everything that you will need for adapting, because I feel like stock one will not hold up to what I'm trying to make on this car. So this is the only way, I think. We'll find out. So another thing that that was recommended to me is this Turbo Smart turbo oil pressure regulator. That's what it does. So especially for bottom mount turbos, you will need this to regulate the pressure that goes into the turbo, because the restrictor can only restrict the flow. It can't restrict the pressure of the oil that goes into it. But this actually limits it to like 40 PSI, I believe. You can look that up, but it's a cool little piece that was recommended to me. I'm not sponsored by any means, but this is cool. Oh, another thing that was provided by Seemlegitgarage. Axle spacers. Installed them. They're probably good for you. And then I'll be using this catch can kit to regulate the crankcase pressure. For fueling, these are not the exact injectors that I'll be using, but I'm gonna use these for a video. These, I'm gonna be using 1100 ID injectors, and then 22 RPD was kind enough to provide kit. It's not actually here yet, but we're filming it. Doesn't really matter. I'll show you how it works. But it adapts this Bosch 044 style of fuel pump, which I got 2 of them because these are hard to source because there are so many fakes out there now. Don't slam into the table. For clutch, we'll be using this Clutch Masters single disc clutch. I just got one just in case because don't want to pull it off and just have a failure, but this is a great clutch that I've been using for a long time, so yeah. All right, now that we went over the parts list for this build, we'll kind of go over all the installation and like tips and tricks for the next one. So see ya.